Wait! Before you scroll past this video, I need to show you something absolutely insane. This tiny device right here, $7? $7. And last week, it literally stopped someone from breaking into my hotel room at 2 a.m. But here's the kicker. It's not even in my top 5 favorite gadgets from this haul. Look, I know what you're thinking. Another AliExpress gadget video, right? Wrong. I spent 3 months testing over 50 products, returned half of them, and kept only the absolute game changers, the ones I actually use every single day. And by the end of this video, I'm going to reveal which $20 gadget completely replaced my $300 setup. Stick around because that one alone will blow your mind. Today, we're diving into 15 gadgets that genuinely upgraded my life, and I've organized them by category so you can jump to exactly what you need. But trust me, you'll want to watch all the way through because gadget number 12, absolute magic. Let's go. Telesin magnetic grip. Okay, so I shoot a lot of phone footage. Instagram Reels, TikToks, B-roll for videos, and for the longest time, I just held my phone awkwardly and hoped for the best. My hands would cramp up, the footage would be shaky, and half the time I'd accidentally cover the lens with my finger. Then I got the Telesin FunShot magnetic grip, and honestly, it solved every single one of those problems. For around $30 to $40 depending on sales, you get an ergonomic handle that transforms your phone into an actual camera. The grip is comfortable enough for extended shooting sessions, and the weight distribution feels perfectly balanced at just 109 grams. Super lightweight. The magnetic mount uses N52 grade magnets, which are incredibly strong. I've run with my phone attached, walked upstairs, moved quickly, and it's never budged. It can hold up to 3 kilograms, so your phone is absolutely secure. But when you want to remove it, just twist, and it comes right off. No fumbling with clamps or cases. It works with MagSafe phones directly, or you can use magnetic cases and rings for Android phones. Here's my favorite feature, the detachable Bluetooth remote. You can set your phone up across the room, up to 10 meters away, step back, and trigger the shutter from the grip. Perfect for solo creators who don't want to sprint back and forth hitting the timer button. It also works for video recording, so you can start and stop recording without touching your phone. And the best part? No app needed. It connects directly via Bluetooth. The grip also has a 1/4 inch screw mount, so you can attach it to tripods, selfie sticks, or even add accessories like lights and microphones. Telesin sells magnetic lights that attach directly to it, which is perfect for low-light shooting. If you create any phone content whatsoever, this is an instant upgrade. Your footage will look more stable, more professional, and the whole process becomes so much easier. Vintage mini camera. Now this one's interesting because it's not trying to compete with your smartphone. The Chuzhou Mini camera is all about nostalgia and simplicity, but with enough modern tech to actually be useful. And it costs around $40 to $50 depending on sales. It looks like a tiny vintage SLR camera, complete with the classic joystick navigation and a 1.54-inch screen on the back. No touchscreen, no complicated menus, no settings paralysis. You turn it on, point, and shoot. That's it. And honestly, that simplicity is refreshing. Despite the retro look, the specs are solid. It shoots 12-megapixel photos and 1080p video with autofocus and a decent CMOS sensor. The images actually look good, sharp, well exposed with pleasant colors. It's not going to replace a DSLR or mirrorless camera, but for casual photography, it's more than enough. What I really appreciate is the 16 gigabytes of internal storage. No need to buy memory cards or worry about running out of space. It holds about 4,500 images, which is plenty for a day out or a short trip. The 1,000 milliamp-hour battery lasts over 4 hours of continuous shooting. The weight is negligible, just 1/4 pound, so it comes with a wrist strap, and you barely notice you're carrying it. I've been taking this on hikes and casual outings when I don't want to pull out my phone every 2 minutes. There's something freeing about using a dedicated camera that doesn't buzz with notifications every 10 seconds. Is it necessary when smartphones exist? Absolutely not. But it brings back the joy of photography without distractions, and sometimes that's exactly what you need. Baseus 12-in-1 hub. Okay, real talk. I used to have 7 different dongles cluttering my desk. 7. My laptop looked like it was on life support with all these wires hanging off it. Then I discovered this beauty, the Baseus 12-in-1 hub, and honestly, it's like someone finally understood my pain. For just $56, this thing turns one USB-C port into 12 different functions. We're talking dual HDMI outputs, so you can run 2 external monitors simultaneously, multiple USB-C and USB-A ports for all your peripherals, SD and TF card readers for photographers and content creators, gigabit Ethernet for rock-solid internet connections during important Zoom calls. And here's the genius part. It delivers 100 watts of power delivery, which means it charges your laptop while doing all of this. But what really sets this apart is the smart power management system. I can have my external hard drive, my microphone, my webcam, a charging phone, and both monitors connected, and everything works flawlessly. No power drops, no connection issues. It even has a dedicated screen lock button for instant privacy when someone walks into your office. The build quality feels premium too. Aluminum alloy construction that actually stays cool even after hours of use. If you're working from home, editing videos, or just tired of playing musical chairs with your ports, this is non-negotiable. It's the first thing I recommend to anyone building a desk setup. Ulanzi Stream Deck. Now, if you create content, stream, or edit videos, stop everything and pay attention. This next gadget legitimately changed how I work, and it costs around $70. The Ulanzi D200 is basically a mini Stream Deck with 14 LCD keys, 13 of which are programmable. Each button has its own little screen that you can customize with icons, and you can program them to do literally anything. I've got mine set up to switch between camera angles during live streams, trigger sound effects, launch applications, and even control my smart lights. What I love most is how the buttons feel. They're larger than typical Stream Deck buttons, which makes them easier to hit during fast workflows. The aluminum casing gives it a premium feel, and it's surprisingly durable. At around 670 grams with the stand, it has some nice weight to it. Feels solid on your desk. The setup process is surprisingly intuitive. You download the Ulanzi Deck software, drag and drop actions onto the buttons, customize the icons however you want, and boom, you've got a professional control panel. I've created different profiles for streaming, video editing, and even general productivity tasks. One button press switches between them. For content creators on a budget, this is absolutely essential. It makes you look and feel way more professional, and honestly, it just makes the whole workflow so much faster. I used to fumble through menus and keyboard shortcuts. Now, everything's one tap away. Fine Audio Mixer. If you've ever watched a professional streamer and wondered how they manage multiple audio sources so seamlessly, it's because they're using an audio mixer. Usually those cost hundreds of dollars. The Fifine SC3 audio mixer, around $40 to $55 depending on sales, and it's shockingly good for the price. This mixer is designed specifically for gaming and streaming setups. It accepts XLR microphones and has individual controls for managing your audio levels on the fly. You can adjust your microphone volume, control audio from other sources using the line-in connection, and manage everything through sliders. Midstream, you can duck your music when you start talking, boost your microphone for important callouts, or adjust levels without touching your computer. Here's the really impressive part. It has 48-volt phantom power built in. That means you can plug professional XLR condenser microphones directly into this thing without needing a separate power supply or audio interface. I've seen people use it with the Fifine AM8 microphone or other XLR mics, and it sounds crystal clear. It also has fun features like a voice changer, custom sound effects buttons, 4 programmable buttons that can record and recall up to 15 seconds of audio, and RGB lighting. Are those necessary? Not really. Are they fun and engaging for your audience? Absolutely. You can monitor everything through headphones and send audio to external sources like speakers or another computer. For podcasters, streamers, or anyone who takes their audio seriously, this is professional equipment at hobby prices. The difference in your audio quality will be immediately noticeable, and your audience will definitely appreciate it. Retro Bluetooth speaker. Now, I know you're probably thinking, another Bluetooth speaker? Really? But stay with me, because this one's special. The HM11 Retro speaker costs $12. $12! And it looks absolutely gorgeous. This thing nails the vintage aesthetic with its textured exterior, rotary volume dial, and classic design, but inside it's completely modern. Bluetooth 5.0 for stable connections. Surprisingly punchy bass considering the size, and it only weighs 190 grams, so you can throw it in a bag without thinking twice. What sets it apart is the versatility. Sure, it does Bluetooth like every other speaker, but it also has USB input, TF card slot, and an AUX cable option. So if you want to load it up with music files and use it without your phone, you absolutely can. It even has FM radio built in, which sounds outdated until you're camping with no signal, and suddenly it's your favorite feature. The leather carrying strap is a nice touch too. Makes it easy to hang from a backpack or carry around without worrying about dropping it. Battery life is solid, about 6 hours of continuous playback, which is enough for most outings. Look, this isn't going to replace a high-end speaker system, but for background music while you work, outdoor picnics, or just as a stylish desk accessory, it's perfect. And at $12, it makes an excellent gift. I've bought 3 of these for friends, and every single one has told me they use it daily. Binoon Gaming Headphones. Gaming headphones can get ridiculously expensive. I've seen pairs that cost more than game consoles. So when I found the Binoon A wireless headphones for $28, I was skeptical. But after using them for 2 months straight, I'm genuinely impressed. These support both 2.4 GHz wireless and Bluetooth connections, so they work seamlessly with PlayStation 4 and 5, PC, Mac, and even your phone. The 2.4 GHz mode is clutch for gaming because there's virtually zero latency. When you're playing competitive shooters, that split-second delay can get you killed. These feel instantaneous. Battery life is absurd. We're talking 48 hours on 2.4 GHz mode and 63 hours on Bluetooth. Even if you game for 8 hours straight, which please take breaks, you're looking at 6 days before you need to charge. And when you do charge, it takes just 2 hours to get back to full. The sound quality legitimately surprised me. They've got 50mm drivers that deliver deep bass and clear highs. You can actually hear directional audio cues properly, which is crucial for competitive gaming. Footsteps, gunshots, voice lines, everything comes through clearly. Comfort-wise, they nailed it. Plush fabric ear cushions that don't make your ears sweat, and at 6.7 ounces, they're light enough for marathon sessions. I've worn these for 5-hour editing binges and never felt that pressure headache you get from heavy headsets. Are they as good as $300 headphones? Of course not. But they're 90% as good for 10% of the price, and that's more than good enough for most people. Hohem Gimbal Stabilizer. If you want your videos to look legitimately professional, you need stabilization. Shaky footage screams amateur hour. The Hohem iSteady V3 gimbal costs $119, which I know is pricier than everything else on this list, but the difference it makes is phenomenal. This thing is made from carbon fiber, so it's incredibly lightweight, but also seriously durable. You can feel the quality the moment you pick it up. It supports phones up to 7 inches, covers pretty much every smartphone on the market, and the 3-axis stabilization is buttery smooth. The standout feature is AI-powered facial tracking. You enable it, and the gimbal automatically follows your face as you move. I've used this for solo vlogs where I'm walking and talking, and it keeps me perfectly centered in frame without any manual adjustment. It's like having a camera operator following you around, except it costs $119 instead of hiring someone. It comes with a detachable Bluetooth remote, which is fantastic for triggering recording, switching between photo and video modes, or controlling zoom, all without touching your phone. The 330-degree panning angle gives you incredible range for creative shots, and the stabilization works so well that you can literally run and your footage still looks smooth. Setup is straightforward. Balance your phone on the gimbal, power it on, and you're ready to shoot. The companion app has built-in features like time-lapse, panorama, and slow motion, so you can get creative without needing separate editing software. This is an investment piece, but if you're serious about content creation, it pays for itself in how much better your videos look. Seriously, the production value jump is massive. Levitating globe lamp. Alright, prepare to have your mind blown. The rotating globe lamp uses magnetic levitation to make a constellation globe literally float and spin in midair. I'm not kidding, it hovers there, rotating 360 degrees, glowing with LED lights. And it looks like actual magic. The way it works is pretty clever. The base has electromagnetic coils that create a magnetic field, and the globe has a magnet inside that perfectly counteracts gravity. Once you get it balanced, which takes about 30 seconds, it just floats there indefinitely. No strings, no tricks, pure physics. The LED lights inside the globe wirelessly receive power through electromagnetic induction. So even though the globe isn't physically connected to anything, it still lights up. You can control the colors from a companion app, shift through vibrant blues, purples, reds, or go with a gentle white glow. The color transitions are smooth and mesmerizing. At $51, this is hands down the best conversation piece I own. Every single person who comes to my place stops and stares at it. Kids are completely mesmerized. Adults think it's some expensive high-tech gadget. It sits on my desk, and honestly, I catch myself just watching it spin sometimes. It's hypnotic. The acrylic base is minimalist and clean, so it fits basically any aesthetic: modern, industrial, minimalist, whatever. It's silent too, so it doesn't add any noise to your space. Just this peaceful, floating sphere that rotates endlessly. If you want something unique that genuinely impresses people, this is it. It's also an excellent gift. Wrap this up for someone and watch their jaw drop when they open it. RGB light bar. For all my gamers and streamers out there, lighting makes or breaks your setup. The RGB light bar transforms your desk from basic to broadcast quality for just $8. This is an aluminum and acrylic LED bar that mounts under your monitor or along your desk edge. It creates this ambient backlight that looks absolutely stunning on camera and just makes your whole space feel more immersive. The RGB LEDs cycle through basically any color you can imagine, and you can adjust brightness, speed, and patterns. It comes with 3 control options: a 40-key remote for quick changes, touch controls built into the bar, or full app control from your phone. The app is where it gets fun. You can sync the lights to music so they pulse and change with the beat. Perfect for parties or just vibing out while you work. Installation is dead simple. It has a magnetic backing so it sticks right to your monitor stand or desk frame. No drilling, no permanent mounting, no damage to your furniture. And it's powered by USB, so you just plug it into your computer or a power bank and you're good to go. I've got mine set to a slow color fade during normal work, and when I'm streaming, I switch it to react to my microphone so it pulses when I talk. It adds so much production value to streams and makes your setup look way more expensive than it actually is. For $8, this is an absolute no-brainer. Even if you're not a content creator, it just makes your space more enjoyable to be in. Highly recommend. Noctura 3D LED light. Okay. Remember at the beginning when I said gadget number 12 was absolute magic? Here it is. The Noctura Space LED light costs $33 and creates the most insane 3D visual effects I've ever seen from a light fixture. This thing uses LED lights combined with polygonal mirrors to create the illusion of infinite space. It looks like you punched a portal into another dimension on your wall. The depth effect is so convincing that people literally reach out to touch it because their brain can't process that it's flat. It's filled with rainbow light reflections that shift and move depending on your viewing angle. You control everything from an app. There's monochrome mode if you want a single color, 256 different dynamic effects for parties or content, and a music mode where the lights react to sound. You can adjust microphone sensitivity, set timers, adjust brightness, and the light even remembers your last settings. I use this behind my desk in videos, and the number of comments asking what it is has been insane. It creates this futuristic, high-end look that makes everything feel more premium. It's also surprisingly bright. You can use it as actual functional lighting, not just decoration. The installation is straightforward. It mounts to the wall like any art piece, and the dodecahedral shape gives it this geometric, handcrafted aesthetic. Each one is made with attention to detail, and you can tell it feels substantial and well-built. This is one of those pieces that completely changes the vibe of a room. It's artistic, technological, and genuinely impressive. Every time I turn it on, I'm still kind of amazed by how cool it looks. Door stopper alarm. I travel a lot for work, and hotel security is always in the back of my mind. You never really know how secure those door locks are, and sometimes you're in unfamiliar places where you just want extra peace of mind. That's where door stopper alarms come in, and they typically cost between $7 to $15 depending on the brand. This is a wedge-shaped device that slides under your door from the inside. If someone tries to force the door open, 2 things happen simultaneously. First, the wedge physically blocks the door because it's anchored against the floor with a non-slip rubber base. Second, it triggers a 120 decibel alarm. That's as loud as a rock concert or a chainsaw. Absolutely ear-splitting and audible up to 1,500 feet away in some models. The construction is usually a combination of stainless steel and durable plastic, so it's not going to break or bend if someone really tries to force entry. The alarm is loud enough to wake you up, scare off whoever's trying to get in, and alert anyone nearby that something's wrong. Most models have adjustable sensitivity settings, low, medium, and high, so you can customize how much pressure is needed to trigger the alarm. They're battery-operated, typically requiring a single 9-volt battery, which means they work even during power outages. I keep one in my travel bag permanently. Every hotel room I stay in, first thing I do is wedge this under the door before I go to sleep. It's also useful at home if you live alone, especially in ground-floor apartments or anywhere you might feel vulnerable. The peace of mind this provides is genuinely invaluable. I sleep better knowing that if someone tries to get in, I'll be alerted immediately, and they'll have both a physical barrier and an incredibly loud alarm to deal with. For $7 to $15, this is essential travel gear. period. Ugreen Apple AirTag Alternative. If you constantly lose your keys, wallet, or bag, the Ugreen tracker is about to save your sanity. It's basically an Apple AirTag alternative that costs $14 and works directly with Apple's Find My network. No weird third-party apps, no subscription fees, just pure functionality. You add it in the Find My app on your iPhone just like an official AirTag, and instantly you have access to Apple's network of over 1 billion devices worldwide. If you lose something, you can see its last known location on a map, play a sound to help locate it, or enable lost mode so you're notified when it's found. The two-way alarm feature is brilliant. You can make the tracker beep from your phone, or press the button on the tracker to make your phone ring, even if it's on silent. I've used that feature more times than I care to admit when my phone slides between couch cushions. The sound it emits is ultra loud, so even if your keys are buried in a bag or under a jacket, you'll hear it. The tracker runs on a replaceable battery that lasts up to 24 months. And you can share its location with up to 5 people. Great for families or roommates who share a car. For anyone in the Apple ecosystem who's tired of the "where are my keys" panic dance every morning, this is essential. At $14, it's cheaper than an AirTag with basically identical functionality. Media Air Pump. Last practical gadget, and this one's a genuine roadside emergency savior. The Media Air Pump is a portable tire inflator that costs $48 and has absolutely saved me multiple times. If you drive, you need this in your car. This thing inflates a completely flat car tire in about 8 minutes. That might sound slow, but compared to changing a tire on the side of the road or waiting for roadside assistance, it's incredibly fast. And here's the genius part. It has a preset pressure system. You tell it what PSI you need, start it up, and it automatically stops when it reaches that pressure. No more guessing. No risk of overinflating. It works on cars, motorcycles, bicycles, sports balls, inflatable pools, air mattresses, basically anything that needs air. The 2000 milliamp-hour battery is powerful enough to inflate up to 10 tires on a single charge, and it recharges via USB-C so you can top it off in your car. The size is super compact, fits in a glove compartment or door pocket easily, and it comes with multiple nozzle attachments for different valve types. I keep mine in the trunk permanently, and knowing it's there gives me so much peace of mind. Just last month, I found my tire low before a long highway drive. Instead of searching for a gas station with a working air pump, I spent 5 minutes in my driveway and handled it myself. Didn't cost me anything, didn't waste time, and I knew it was inflated to the exact pressure I needed. Honestly, this is one of those purchases where you don't appreciate it until you desperately need it, and then you're incredibly grateful you have it. Now, if you forced me to pick just 3 gadgets from this entire list that I think offer the most value, here's what I'd choose. Number 3, the Basis 12-in-1 Hub. It solves so many connectivity problems in one sleek package, and the build quality is legitimately impressive for the price. If you work from home or have a laptop-based setup, this is essential. Note that different Basis 12-in-1 models exist at different price points, so check the specific features you need. Number 2, the Telesin FunShot Magnetic Grip. This completely changed how I create content. The stability, the remote control, the magnetic mount. It's like upgrading from amateur to semi-professional instantly for around $30 to $40. And number 1, the door stopper alarm. I know it's not the flashiest or most exciting gadget here, but personal security is genuinely important. These typically cost $7 to $15 and provide real peace of mind, and that's priceless. Everyone should have one, especially travelers. Those 3 together would meaningfully improve most people's lives, and you're looking at under $120 for all 3. So there you have it, 15 gadgets that actually deliver on their promises. Every single item on this list is something I personally use and genuinely recommend. The links are all in the description below with current pricing. And yes, some of those are affiliate links, which means if you buy through them, I get a tiny commission at no extra cost to you. It's what keeps this channel running and lets me test more products. If you found this video helpful, smash that like button. It genuinely helps push this video to more people. Subscribe if you want more no BS tech reviews and gadget recommendations. And drop a comment letting me know which gadget surprised you most or which one you're definitely buying. Also, I'm curious, what's your budget for tech gadgets? Should I do more videos in this price range, or would you want to see higher end stuff? Let me know. Next week, I'm testing smart home security systems under $200, and the results are honestly shocking. You'll want to subscribe so you don't miss that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay curious.